Hey guys, welcome back to Divine Guidance. And this week we are going to continue on with another week of our Sacred Path, okay, working with our Sacred Path cards and our workbook. Okay, so I thank you for joining in and tuning in and everything, and we just pray that this teaching will be a blessing to you, an eye-opener. It'll help you through this week to get through what it is, whatever it is that you're going through. And I just pray that, as I shuffle the cards, I just pray that, Spirit will guide me and show us what it is that we need to know for this day. I ask for guidance. I ask that, God, Great Spirit, would speak through me to teach us. And I say us, yes, us, because I do learn from these also. And I do put to practice the stuff that we're teaching, that we're learning. So it's not just for you, but it is also for me. So we all get a benefit. So I'm just shuffling the cards and setting my intention to receive healing, to receive the word that it is that we need for today. See what the cards have to say, see what Spirit has to say. As that our guides guide us and show us our healing, our blessing for this week. And okay, so I am going to cut the cards, cutting them in threes. Alrighty. So, I hope that all these teachings and everything have helped you in one way, shape, or form. I pray that you guys, that you put these together, that you put them to practice. That if you need to listen to them again, go back and listen to them again. Okay, just I can't say enough, you got to put this stuff to use. You got to put it to practice. You got to study it. You got to look at it. You got to do what it is that it takes so that way we can receive our healing or, have a better life, a better peaceful life and everything. So, just don't listen to it once and just okay, that was good, but don't do nothing with it. Okay? I understand that we might not always need whatever it is that these cards are saying, but there might be one little piece in there that'd be like, oh, okay, so that's why things have been happening the way they have been. Maybe I should do a change. Maybe I should, change up what it is that I'm doing. So, anyways, let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to take the top card. And that's one we've done already. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and change it up. That way we get something a little bit different. I think, and it was just a few weeks ago that we just did this one. Or a few teachings ago that we just did it. So let's try this again. Medicine Wheel. I don't think we've done this one. Medicine Wheel. Cycles, movement. Cycles and movement. Medicine Wheel. So let's see what it is that it has to say. I believe that this is a new one. Cycles, Medicine Wheel, Medicine Wheel. Alright. So, as usual, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the attributes and the challenges. And then I'm going to go read through what the book has to say. And if there's anything that I have to, put into it, any information that I might have from my experience, I'll put it in there for you, okay? So, Medicine Wheel, cycles and movement. Okay, so attributes, we're looking at signaling the end of stagnation, noticing that the doors are now open, finding new direction, noticing the green light, go now. Wow, so this is going to be a good one. Well, they're all good, but this is something that I think is going to be really good for all of us. Challenges. Confronting the fear of movement for the next step. Answering the wake-up call. Observing proper growth cycles and using them. Benefiting from movement. Being willing to change gears and grow. Okay, so individual application. It says, if you have chosen the medicine wheel card, you are being asked to notice your personal growth in a way that will allow the changes in your life to become more meaningful. Nothing is outside of the wheel of life that the sacred hoop represents. If you are at a loss as to which path to take, look at the 4 colors of the 4 directions. Which of the 4 colors immediately comes to mind? So, which of the 4 colors comes to mind of the directions? So, I'm looking at white, black, red, and yellow. So which of the 4 directions come to mind? Okay, look to the next few paragraphs for help in deciding which direction can be a guide for you in your present situation. In learning to use the medicine wheel as a divine rod to find your next step in personal growth, look at the attributes of each direction. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the colors of these 4 directions, and make sure you look at it, and which one are you being drawn to? The white, the red, the yellow, or the black? Take a few moments just to look at it, meditate on it, and which one are you being drawn to? Which one are you being drawn to? Just take a few moments to realize which one. White, black, red, or yellow. Alright. So hopefully you got the direction, you felt the direction of which way you're being drawn to. So now we're going to look at each one. Okay, first we're going to start with the yellow. Yellow is forward movement through illuminating new ideas. In the East is illumination and determinism of male energy. Eagle lives in the East and has a better overall view of life, balance, and the freedom of spirit that soars through the sky. Closest to the light of grandfather's sun, S-U-N, sun. The golden door is in the East and can take you to new ideas and new levels of awareness and aid you in conquering your greatest spiritual challenges. Illumination will always come to those who are willing to look at and remove their self-imposed hesitations or limitations. Okay, so we need to be able to take away anything that's going to be, limiting us. We have things in our life that are limiting us. It could be things at our job, things in our family. It could be family members. It could be ourselves. It could be our thoughts. It could be just about anything. It could be people from our church, people from, if you go to church. It could be anybody. It could be friends. Okay, so we have those who try to limit us, things that try to, make us hesitate to move forward. Okay, eagle is a symbol of the freedom of thought and flight that assists those willing to take the chance and seek new horizons. This is the message that you may need to remove the fear of change. We are always so scared of change. It's like we get in our comfort zone and we don't want to change nothing in our life because we're comfortable. Okay. But it's good for change. We need change in our lives. It's there for a reason. We get in that rut of just being in the same spot, the same position, the same job, or whatever. It doesn't hurt to try out something new, to see if you're gonna like it, to see if it's good for you. It could be better for you, but then you'll never know. You'll never know unless if you don't try. It's like for me in my new job position that I got. As from going from front desk associate going to fitness consultant. I tried it. I tried it for a couple months, and it was okay. It was good, but it wasn't for me. There was a lot of things that had me come to the conclusion. It's like, what, this isn't me. What they're asking and this and that. It just wasn't me. So, but the thing is I tried it. I gave it a shot for a couple months. I mean, it was good. It was fun, but I didn't have that opportunity to be around the people, to talk to the people, to spread the good energy that I spread. The joy, the fun in life. That I did as I was in the front desk. And I missed that. And it's not because it's my comfortable spot, but I had more opportunity to be able to spread the joy, to spread love to people there. Now in the front desk, not the front desk, but the fitness consultant or the membership sales, as it actually is, I didn't have that opportunity. It was more a one-on-one kind of thing, and it's like I was able to step out and, go walk around and do whatever I had to do, kind of still be a presence. But it wasn't enough for me, and other things that that came along with it and stuff. But I'm not gonna get into that. But it just wasn't me. So, but I took that chance. I took that step. I got out of my comfort zone, to try something new. And like I said, you're never gonna know unless if you try. You never know unless if you try. So I tried, and now I know. So that position wasn't good for me. So, all right. So, okay. Or it may be time to listen to new ideas and take a chance by trusting your male demonstrative side. Journey to the golden door and beyond with Eagle. Only then will you know the joy and freedom of your newfound understanding. Okay. So, red. So, if yellow was the one that you were guided to, so that's what the yellow one meant. Okay. So, red. If you were guided to red, to the red stone, to the red direction, then this one's going to be for you also. Okay. Red. The child within becomes your teacher. In the south, which is the direction of the red one, in the south, we find a need to reconnect with the faith, trust, innocence, and humility of the little child. If this is a color that came to your mind, you are being urged by the child within you to stop the adult jazz and chill out. Sometimes we just need to do that. We just need to chill out and just get back to our faith. The Bible talks about, having faith as a child. Because if you look at children, they have faith in everything. Their love, their joy, their peace, and everything is just so open. The way they shut down is because us adults make them shut down. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, don't be so friendly. Oh, don't do this. Don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. We do that to the children. They know perfect love and peace, and they don't know what racism is. They don't know what hate is until we teach them. So we need to get back to that childlike presence. All right. So, hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm yelling, but it's just I don't want the radio to be too loud. So, I just want to speak, and I don't have the remote here next to me, so I can't go and change it. Well, actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me go change it. All right. I am back. Okay, so I lowered the volume now, so that way I don't have to try to overpower the radio. So, okay, so we need to stop that adult jazz and just chill out, okay? The irreverence of this tricky little kid is begging you to laugh away your seriousness and see the ridiculous way you are behaving. Wow. That's pretty cool. Okay, so the little kid inside of us is asking us, hey, you know what? You need to look at how ridiculous you are and, stop being that way. Okay. If you have lost faith and or trust, pick up those rose-colored glasses, shattered as they may be, and for your own good, stick them back on or out of joint nose. If the inner child is hurt, comfort that part of yourself from the adult self-nurturing viewpoint. Okay, so we've been hurt in the past, so it's saying if it's hurt, if we hurt the little child within us, then we need to use that adultness to help comfort the child, just like we do, when our kids get hurt, they get a boo-boo or something, we comfort them, we make them feel better, and everything. So that we need to do that to our inner child. If somebody hurt us or whatever the situation is. Okay, so do that. Then do something you always wanted to do as a child but were forbidden to do. That ought to instill I still can't talk or read. That ought to instill humility in the serious adult self and give you a few laughs. The innocence will return if you allow that inner child to talk to you and teach you. I think I've said this before, that we need to, if we was to watch a child, a kid, a little baby, or a toddler, and watch them and just lay there and talk with them, they will teach us so much. They will teach us how to have life. We think we know life, but a child knows how to have fun. If you look at a child, they are always having fun. They're joyful, they're playing, they're this, they have all kinds of faith, they're love, they're so loving. But as we get older, we forget a lot of that. That's why the world's the way it is today. Is because we forget how to love people, how to have fun, how to have peace and joy. Children have no care of the world. They're just like open and free. But as we get older and life gets to us, we got to pay bills, we got to raise children, we got to do this, we got to have a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the situation is, that takes away our childlikeness. And we need to get back to that. So if you're drawn to the red, then you need to move. You need to practice that. And I'll be honest, I was drawn to the red one. So this is speaking big time to me. Okay, now, so black. So let's get moving so that way I don't take up too much of your time. Black. The bear tells you to be quiet. Listen to your heart and feel. Like Bruce Lee says, feel. Okay, so black. The bear tells you to be quiet. Listen to your heart and feel. Okay, the bear is here to aid you in knowing that you hold all the answers inside yourself. You have a female side that is receptive. It's time to use it now. In connecting with this color, you have asked to enter the silence of a still heart and mind to find your own answers. This is the looking within place on the medicine wheel. The opinions of others do not apply in this step of personal growth. Remember that in seeking the truth of your own heart, the feelings of the female side of your nature are valid. To feel is to heal. To feel is to heal. If you cannot feel what is true for you, it may be like Grandpa Shango told grandmother Twyla, when she was small. If you are in the West at the looking within place, be sure that your bottom isn't sticking out when you are looking within. The bear may bite it off. That's so funny. That is why the place of introspection is the place of entering the silence. To enter is to be all the way inside your sacred space in silence, willing to listen and to receive. A lot of times we just need to sit there and just listen so we can receive what it is that we need to hear. Receive our healing, receive our peace, receive the joy, our love, whatever it is that we need. So we need to be quiet and listen to the heart and feel. So that's what Bear is telling us. That's what the Black Stone is telling us. That's what the West is telling us. So we need to be quiet and listen and feel. So if you can find a quiet spot in your house, in your work, or even going out in nature, going outside, and just sit and be still, be quiet. Don't put no headphones on, don't put no radio on, but just go out there and just listen. Listen to nature. Listen to what nature has to say. You know, like for me, to go out here, to go outside in my backyard where I have nature all behind me. I have the water, I have the woods, I have the animals. You know, I have all the birds, the little bugs, and all this other stuff. The fish. If I was just to go out there and just sit and just listen and not throw my headphones on, but just listen and to see what it is that Mama Nature has to say, I would learn a lot. And actually that's what I need to do. It's been a while since I've done that, so I need to do that. Alright. So white. If you're drawn to the white one, which is the north, let's see what it is that one has to say for you. Alright. The buffalo of abundance brings new wisdom and asks for gratitude. In the north, the place of the elders, we find the wisdom of many winters. Each cycle of life's changes is marked by experience that gives us the wisdom of insight. When in doubt, go to one who has walked a similar path and seek the counsel of the white-haired ones who walk the good red road before you. These elders feel sad because they have the wisdom of experience and want to share it in order to assist others in avoiding the hazards of movement. But many youngsters are too busy and impatient to honor the gift the elders represent. And that's what's so bad nowadays, is that we have elders who have been there, done that, have been around the corner a few times, that have walked the path, but we don't want to listen no more. The kids nowadays think that they know it all. It's because they've heard it from their friends, or heard it, or maybe they experienced a little something. But they don't want to hear what it is that we have to say. We try to teach them, but they're like, whatever. We don't know nothing. But the thing is, we know a lot. And that's what we need to do. Even my generation, we need to be able to listen to our elders. because they have a lot to teach us. Our parents, our grandparents, if we still have them, all the elders, the older people, the elderly, they have teachings to be able to teach us, but we just don't want to listen anymore because we think we know it all. Because there's internet out there, so we can always find out from the internet or whatever. But we have people right there. We have all these educated people that just because they got an education through books and everything that they know it all, but that's not life. Abundance is created by using the gifts of life to the fullest, receiving these gifts in gratitude, and thereby creating space for more abundance to flow in. This is the wisdom of the North. Ask yourself if there is something you are not using or taking advantage of, then give it away or use it. Like stuff that we have in our house, things that we don't use anymore. Ask yourself if there is something you are not using or taking advantage of, then give it away or use it. Seek the old ones. Who know how to use the gifts you have been given and listen to their counsel. So if you know somebody or seek somebody who has the same gifts as you do, and you're needing guidance on how to use those gifts, seek somebody and ask for their help so they may teach you, so they may guide you. Find out if you have forgotten to acknowledge someone for a job well done and praise them in gratitude for their contribution to all of Earth's children. This will remove the blockages you may be feeling about not being appreciated yourself. Find out if you have forgotten to acknowledge someone for a job well done and praise them in gratitude for their contribution to all of Earth's children. This will remove the blockages you may be feeling about not being appreciated yourself. Everybody likes to hear, hey, you've done a good job and this and that, And we see somebody that has done that, that has done a good job, let them know. That way they'll feel needed, they'll feel good, Even though, they might not be looking for it, but just hearing it, hey, somebody notices what I'm doing. That makes you feel good. And then plus that'll help you from, like it says here, that'll help you if you're not feeling appreciated. It'll make you feel better. Then you may share the wisdom you have gained with others who seek similar answers. Okay. So in all cases, drawing the medicine wheel card is a signal that big changes are coming. The cycles of your life may take a very different shape if you are willing to feel the joy the changes bring and to drop your fear of them. All beings are asking themselves questions so that they may come to the place of knowing within their hearts. The heart of the sacred hoop is a whirling rainbow that contains all colors, all experience, all paths, every pleasure of life, and every point of growth toward wholeness. You are being called to notice each color and hue, each tone and placement of the whirling rainbow you are creating in your personal cycle. Then it will be time to welcome the changes that will allow all creatures to join together as one. All in all, drawing the medicine wheel card is telling each of us to honor the lessons we grow from. Life has lessons to teach us, and we need to be open in order to receive those lessons, to learn from those lessons. See the value of the present changes from a new perspective, and remember that nothing ever stays the same. We travel the sacred hoop many times in our earth walk. With each circle we travel, a new sense of self and others is achieved. To keep these perspectives in balance, we must also always remember that we will stand on each spoke of the wheel and walk in another's moccasins. There is no room for judgment when these knowing systems of wisdom live in our sacred space. So we need to be ready for change. We need to welcome change. We need to change within ourselves. So take what we've learned today, put it to use, and allow change to happen in your life, to allow the healing to happen in your life. Well, I thank you. Namaste. I pray that this has been a blessing for you, and I pray that you will share this teaching with others, that way they can learn from it and they can also have healing in their life. Until next time, namaste.